Good evening. Good evening.
Yes, sir.
What's
Juice
going
man,
on
how you
with you?
doing?
I'm good, man.
Yes, sir. I seen you. I see you got the nice still shot of your Aggies up. You finally came back out the closet, huh?
Hey, man, I'm so proud of it, man.
Yeah.
I feel bad for what I'm saying, for I guess underestimating them, man. But they normally don't win games like this, man. And
It,
you know what
you
I'm
got a
saying?
lot of you got a lot of pinned up trauma from
Yeah, yeah,
the
exactly,
Aggie
exactly.
letdowns from previous years, so you were just
Yeah,
expecting to not be disappointed again. So
right. You get what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
understand. I
you understand?
understand. So
Yeah.
but them
So,
boys played great though.
man, I'm just so glad they didn't quit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could have
Just
easily folded, man. That block punt. I mean, when that happened, I was like, oh.
mhm.
And then when Doc Doc had messaged in talking about they might as well go back to College Station. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, they pulled it on out though, man. I was
They put
proud of
on
them.
off, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So yeah, man. So this is Just Noise Sports Show, man. Rewind edition. Uh, so yeah, man. We're just gonna recap uh this past weekend's games. We had three really great games. Uh, I had actually called it upset Saturday on the preview show. I just had this feeling that some top teams were gonna fall. Uh,
College
so
football is wide open now, man.
exactly,
It's wide open. Anything can happen any given Saturday. So
I feel like that's the way it should be.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I love
and
this
that
NIL and transfer portal and all that,
that's
man.
exactly what I was about to say. It's due to the NIL, due to the transfer portal. Teams got options now. Players got options.
Yeah,
They can get out there and find the system that actually works for them instead of committing to a system that may change regimes two, three times over while they're there. You
hmm,
know, because coaches are going to take opportunities and everything that come up their way. So why shouldn't the players be able to do the same?
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I like the parity. I like the fact that I don't feel like there's one dominant team. You know how Bama was after they won that first national championship. They just went on this historic run with Nick
yeah.
Saban, and
Hmm.
you got the sense that people got tired of him. Tired of seeing him win.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
And,
think
that, and
every
there's
game
a,
is
there's a
yeah,
changing of the guard. The SEC isn't as dominant as it used to be. You know,
right. Yeah.
and that's something that I think a lot of people are having to come to terms with. That it's just not. It's not taking over like it used to, right?
Uh. Yep.
Big Ten is coming along. The only conference that I think has gotten worse since NIL transfer portal has kind of got to this point is
Yeah.
probably the Pac-12 or the
Oh yeah.
Pac-16,
Right.
whatever it
Yeah.
is now.
Yeah.
Um, but outside of that, Big 12 has some drop off losing Oklahoma and Texas, but I
Yeah.
think they retooled to where it's just as exciting, just as competitive. You
Okay.
might not have the seismic fan bases of those institutions, but you still have some good quality institutions playing good football in those
Right.
conferences. So
You can also talk about the ACC. Before this year, it's really been uh, I guess Clemson and then everybody else, and
yeah,
now Miami has made a resurgence. It looks
Dabo
like
ain't
it.
liking that.
It looks like it, and then Florida State. I mean, they've just
Yeah.
come out of nowhere, out the gate, and it looks
See,
like
I
a
don't I don't
three-team
really feel
race.
like Florida State came from out of nowhere.
You don't think so?
No, I think
Oh,
they had a down year.
okay,
And they had high expectations from the previous year, right? And they had that letdown. I
okay,
think what they saw from that is the tools that they thought were going to take them to the next level last year
hmm,
didn't manifest. So they had to go back in, scrap it. But that's the beauty of what's going on with the transfer portal and the NIL now, is it
yeah,
allows you to reset, retool so fast. So you're not trying to rebuild programs. You can do it
hmm,
essentially in one season if you get the right players into your system.
right,
you
yeah,
know so uh I think it's great for the NCAA. There's still some things that need to be fine tuned,
Okay.
and maybe some type of NIL caps. I mean, they already got the 20 million cap per institution, but
Hmm.
they're finding their ways around that by doing some other means and things of that nature. I'm sure, but
Okay.
there does need to be a little bit of regulation to it, some regulation to the transfer portal as well. But overall,
Hmm.
I think it's been good for college.
Okay. Yeah. So we got some people. Got some uh people chiming in. Draylon Dale said, "Glad to see you fellas back."
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that, man. Appreciate that. He also
Yes, sir.
says Illinois being a top 10 kind of surprises me a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody's
Right,
talking about Illinois, and
right.
yeah, they
Right.
are a surprise. They are a
But
surprise.
we haven't technically seen enough of them yet. I think
Mm,
they got. We're going to see what Illinois is all about here in the next few weeks. I believe
okay. Yeah.
they are trending in the right direction.
Mm,
I think overall right now. I
yeah.
wouldn't put too much stake in the top 25. I mean, you know who your powerhouse teams are, but
Mm,
it's going to even itself out because there's going to be some matchups down the line that are going to shake up those rankings. So it's all
okay.
about positioning. Every game counts, and
Uh,
you got to go out there and play your best week in, week out.
okay. Yeah. He also says my Jayhawks. Man, it seems like
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this, Dre. I think the issue with the Jayhawks is Jalen Daniels or bust. Like it seems like when things are right and he's what I'm saying, he's doing his thing, he's running, he's passing, like everything is so centered around him and I don't feel like they have
Enough
enough
balance.
playmakers, yeah, enough playmakers around him. And then the defense, it's kind of hit and miss. Like I don't see any
Mhm.
stars on the defense, and so I think that's Kansas's problem, but that's just me.
I think they just lack that big game experience, right?
Yeah.
How to pull it
Mhm.
out in the clutch,
Yeah.
because they make great plays, through and through, throughout the game. Jaden Daniels is he's impressed me, right? He's
Yeah.
got a nice arm. He's mobile in the pocket when needs to be, and he can make
Uh,
plays downfield. But sometimes he does gamble a little much, and it does cost him. But overall, I think they're learning how to win the right way, and once that switch goes off,
mm,
I think they're going to be a formidable team. I think they're going to be
yeah.
somebody that could compete for the title. I don't know if it's going to happen this season. I know this is uh, I think this is going to be Jaden Daniels' last year.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah.
Uh,
He just said it's his last year in Lawrence. We'll be
mhm.
fine moving forward. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
I think so. Yeah. And
Hmm.
they renovated their stadium too. I mean, so that's gonna help too. That's gonna bring in new recruits, and they'll be excited to be in a new stadium.
Absolutely,
I mean, I think the
absolutely.
future is bright in Kansas, so
Yeah,
a
100%. And they're
lot
and they're
better
in a
than K
conference
State. I
that's
know that much.
yeah. Now that's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know what happened to them, man.
Them boys falling off like a bad bag of you know what.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
uh, let's see. He's chiming in again. He says, "Yeah, I got to get out there to that stadium. It looks nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
I'm happy for Kansas though, man. I mean, they've been a basketball powerhouse for a long time.
Right.
To see
Mm-hmm.
that they've had teams that have made some noise before.
Mm-hmm.
I think
2008, right? Was
yeah,
2008?
yeah, it was that
Yeah.
recent was it Reesing Dre? I think was it who it was. He was from Texas, by the way, too.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so it's good to see them on the gridiron. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yeah.
And because they're already a well-known institution through and
Right.
through, so to see them being able to produce something positive on the gridiron, and it's a plus. It's a win for them Jayhawks, man. I'm not mad
Right.
at them.
Exactly. Already,
Yeah,
man. All right. So let's get these games. Let's see. The first game uh we had Miami at home versus the hot South Florida Bulls.
hot went to not, huh?
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, man. What do you think of this game? Did South Florida have a chance or going in, or what you think?
Nah, I
Yeah.
think Miami is just playing some really good ball right now.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck has impressed me. He is returned back to that Carson Beck that he had those expectations on 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it's easy. The game is slowed down for him now.
Right.
Um, and they look good, man. They look good. Defense is playing better. Um,
Uh,
South Florida is a great Cinderella team, and I think they could potentially make some noise down the stretch. I wouldn't hang too much on this
right.
loss, but it's one of those franchise, or I shouldn't say franchise, but university changing losses, right? It
Yeah.
can it could be the one that builds your character and you still finish out the season, and this is your only loss on your resume, or it
Mm-hmm.
can spiral into a 2 3 game losing streak. So it's just how about
Okay.
how they're going to come back and respond to it. But
Yeah.
as of right now, Miami is balling. I can see them very much so being a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
They got Florida this week, right?
Yeah, they got
I
Florida
think.
next. Yeah.
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 Florida laid an egg last week, so I think they're gonna carry that momentum in and take care of business. But I like
Yeah.
what Miami's doing as much as I mess with Doc, about that being his team.
Yeah.
But they're playing some good ball right now. And they're
That's
definitely a
good.
team that's going to be to reckon with.
Yeah, they definitely won the game in the trenches.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew going into the game that that was going to be the difference.
Hmm.
Carson Beck, I mean, I know he had two interceptions, but he pretty much had all day to throw it. The running game was on point. I mean, the what's his name, Mark Fletcher, he had over 120 yards, two deep touchdowns, and then I think another key was that the South Florida quarterback, uh, Brown, he was
Hmm.
limited, like because before he was running. I mean, he was throwing for over 200 yards, running for
No, 60, 70,
75,
80.
something like that. Like
Hmm.
Miami just took him out of the game,
Yeah.
and also it didn't help that they turned the ball over twice. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So Miami,
You
Miami
can't
was
you can't turn the ball over
overmatched.
against this Miami team. I think
Yeah.
their offense is too good. Beck has it, looking top tier. So
uh
they're going to make you pay anytime they get that ball back. And
Okay.
they're definitely going to put points up when they're on offense. So,
Right.
they
Yeah.
look solid. My
Okay.
hats off to them. They looking better than my Longhorns right now.
Right. Yeah. So Miami's got Florida at home next, and then South Florida's got South Carolina State at home.
Okay.
I think
See,
yeah
that's a
they'll
good
grab.
bounce back game. That's a good bounce
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
game
Yeah.
for
Yeah. Yeah.
them.
So next game we got Florida Gators went into Death Valley
Who
to
who
face
who
LSU.
who
Man,
who
I
who who
said in
who
the
who
preview show, man, these two programs have gone back and forth. Neither program has really dominated the other, but right now both these teams are going in like opposite directions.
directions. Yeah.
I don't. Florida doesn't seem to have an identity. Like, I mean, Lagway's a good quarterback, but I'm sorry, he's not Danny Warfel from the early '90s. Like,
Right.
he shouldn't be throwing 49 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I
No,
don't know.
I totally agree with that. And he's too young to be getting those kind of reps right now, right? He's gonna
Yeah,
put the ball if you have him dropping back 49 times, he's gonna put the ball in harm's way. And what do you have? 5 picks?
he had five INTs, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So that's gonna happen, especially in a game of that magnitude playing in Death Valley. I mean,
Yeah. Right.
that's a lot to ask, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying,
I
for
know.
somebody that's a true sophomore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I still like Lagway. I think he's got potential to be something special. I don't
Hmm.
know if it just really depends on how this season plays out, with the portal and everything. It might be time for him to look for other opportunities if it doesn't shape up the way he wants to. But
Right.
um, overall, though, I think LSU is playing some decent ball. I don't want to say great ball yet, but they're trending.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Brian Kelly fan, but
Yeah.
I expected them to beat Florida.
Yeah. I don't
I
think
would have liked to seen Florida pull
I
off the
don't
upset, but I was expecting it.
I don't think any of us are. I mean, there's just something about Brian Kelly that kind of rubs
He's
me
not
the
LSU
wrong way.
football to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't epitomize what LSU football is, right?
Right.
I think that's what the issue is for everybody.
No.
They play decent enough, but
Hmm.
it was the same thing when he was at Notre Dame, though. They made it to a championship game, but
Yeah.
it still didn't. It, I don't know if it's just his identity or as a coach, but he
Hmm.
doesn't seem to have like that bravado or that like he's not like Coach O was for LSU.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
fit LSU.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a
I
culture thing. I think
yeah,
Doc has said it. I think he just doesn't fit that demographic, and
nah,
he
he
seems
doesn't.
like he should be in the Big Ten or Pac-12 or something. I don't know, but he
Yeah,
doesn't seem like a southern guy. I
I don't
don't
even
know.
really see him in the Big Ten. I think the Big Ten has
Really?
passed him now. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
he's definitely not an SEC coach to me though.
Okay.
He's definitely
Yeah.
not an SEC coach to me.
Yeah.
But
Well, I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
he's still, he's got a squad. He's got to get him out on the field. Got to get him ready every week to compete.
Yeah.
They're no scrubs, and they definitely don't have a scrub schedule. So
Right.
you got to see what he do with it. But I don't have high expectations for LSU being a national championship in the national championship game at the end of the year.
You don't think they'll be there?
Nah, I don't think they'll be there.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
they'll make the playoff,
Yeah.
but I don't think they'll
Yeah.
be in
I
consideration.
I'll just say this, well, for this particular game. I mean, I know LSU didn't look sharp at times, but I didn't
Hmm.
really think the reason they won this game because Florida didn't take care of the ball,
Yeah,
and Gators had chances in this game, and they just I feel
still
like
with even with
yeah,
5 picks.
yeah, I suspect that the head coach Napier, I think his seat's going to get a little hotter because for last year they were saying his job was he was on the hot seat and
Yeah.
you know started
Well,
to show some promise, but
not that
I
it
don't know.
matters, but I think he just signed an extension.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, I think he just signed an extension, but that could go away real quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so yeah, Florida's got Miami next week. I'm gonna go ahead and say that's a loss probably.
Yeah,
And then LSU's got Southeast Louisiana.
that should be a
So
dub.
yeah,
Easy.
that's a red dub. Yeah, yeah. All
Hmm.
right, so we got the Clemson Tigers. They went into Atlanta, faced the Yellow Jackets. Say what you want about the Yellow Jackets, man. They're not a pretty team to watch.
Ugly.
I feel like they make the games ugly, but when I from what I've seen, they know who they are.
Hmm.
Haynes King knows his limits. Like
Hmm.
he doesn't put the ball in harm's way. He'll run it if he has to. If he has to. And Georgia Tech, they just continue to win.
Yeah.
And Clemson, something is off with them. I don't know what it is. What do you
Clemson
think
has to
the
get.
problem is?
Clemson's got to get with the times,
Okay.
right? The
Yeah.
Dabo is consistently going against what the NCAA is turning into, right?
Mm,
So he's not even
okay.
giving his team the best opportunity to win because he doesn't want to play by the new rules, right?
Oh, that's right.
So
Yeah.
you're not hitting the transfer portal like you need to. You're not wanting to pay players like you need to. You're still getting
Mhm.
top tier recruits,
Yeah.
but these other schools are getting the recruits that you don't want to pay for,
Yeah.
and that's what's got you losing to Georgia Tech when you in
Mm,
a conference that you used to dominate, right? Now,
yeah.
don't get me wrong, Georgia Tech is not no scrub. They are
No,
a
no, you can't
formidable
take them
opponent.
lightly. Yeah, you
You
can't take them
can't
lightly.
because they got the best. To me, they got one of the best running games in college football,
Yeah.
year in year out.
Right.
And Haynes King, he makes that offense go right. He
Okay.
kind of reminds me of Alex Smith a little bit,
Yeah, I can see that. I can
you
see
know.
that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But he can make the throws when he needs to make the throws.
Okay.
He's active in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? So if you
Yeah.
coming towards him, he's gonna shake you, right?
Right.
And then he ain't scared to run the ball down the field and get that extra yardage. So
Right. Yeah.
he's a gamer essentially. Used to be an
Yeah.
Aggie, but y'all couldn't do
Exactly. I
nothing
was just
with
gonna say we had him, but
him.
he looked bad with us, man. He's right
he
at
was
home where he needs to be.
he was
He's where he
a
needs to
true
be. Yeah.
freshman with y'all,
Yeah. And I
and
think he broke his
Jimbo's
leg at
offense
one
at that.
time. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then
Yeah. So
he was in a quarterback battle with Calzada.
yeah. Right.
So
Yeah.
uh, yeah, man, he's a lot better off now for sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I think it's pretty much over for Clemson as far as this season. I don't see them. I don't see them making a run. or anything like that.
Hmm.
Um, so their next game is actually Syracuse, which you
They
can't
might
take
lose that one.
lightly. They might lose that one
They
at
might
home,
lose
and
that one.
yeah, and then they got Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has Temple next. Um, that could be. I don't know. I don't know much about Temple, but
Georgia Tech should
yeah,
win that one.
they should win that one. Okay,
Yeah, they should win that one.
yeah. So, but yeah, that was a good moment where at the end of
Yeah.
the game, him and his coach embracing. So
Hmm.
that was
Well,
good.
they're what, 3-0 now?
They're 3-0. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So yeah. Next game, man, we've got so Georgia Bulldogs winning in Knoxville take on the Volunteers.
Old
You know
Rocky
what I'm
Top.
saying? Yeah, man. That team, man, and the team, the song, everything, man. They're just a fun team to watch, man. But there's just something about Georgia. Like, if you're gonna beat them, you have to just
You got to beat
you
them.
gotta put them on the you put them away. Like, you can't let
Yeah.
them hang around, man. And I don't know, it's something about Tennessee. Like, from what I've seen, they tend to let their foot off the gas, and then they let teams hang around. Next thing you know, they're ahead. I don't know, man. What's your take on both these teams?
Georgia's Georgia. Georgia,
Okay.
you have to put them away,
Yeah.
right? You
Mhm.
got to straight dominate 4 quarters because they're going to find a way to keep the game close enough to where they can get back in the game, and
Okay.
they're going to force you to make that mistake to where they can come back and take the lead in the game, right?
Right.
Tennessee played a hell of a game. Brazil,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
boy was balling like
He was
crazy.
balling. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and Aguilar
Exactly.
was making a lot of good throws, but it's at the end of the day, it's Georgia, right?
Right. Yeah.
They're still a championship caliber program.
Mhm.
You can't take them lightly, and you got to put them away.
Gotta put them away.
You got to put them away. Tennessee is a good squad. I think they make the playoff this year as well. They can make some noise offensively. They can put up some points. Got a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball. Defense, uh, they were down. Weren't they down their two starting corners this past week? So they
Yep.
had some,
Yep.
you know, so that probably let Georgia sneak in the passing game on a couple of plays that they probably wouldn't have had.
Uh-huh.
I think if they had their starting corners, they may have pulled this out because there's just a couple of those plays down the stretch where they were able to convert on the offensive side of in the passing game
Okay.
that Tennessee just couldn't stop. So,
Yeah.
um, but at the end of the day, it was a great contest. Both
Mhm.
teams played their butts off, but like if you're gonna beat Georgia, you got to put them away.
Gotta put them
But
away.
I see both of these teams making the playoff. I'd be
Okay.
very surprised if both of these teams don't make the playoff.
Okay. My issues with Tennessee as I like watching them play. What I've noticed, what I have noticed since Heupel's been there, I feel like their running game is not where it needs to be,
They
and I think
abandoned it too quickly too.
yeah, exactly. I think that's why they let Georgia hang around. If they could
Well,
just milk the clock, be
exactly.
more, yeah, I think they will win more of these games. But
Yeah, but
um,
because Heupel runs one of those offenses that's kind of a show me offense, right? The quarterback's got to be able to make the right throws at the right time,
yeah,
you know, but it's very pass heavy, right?
hmm,
Especially on plays where you don't even have to pass, like run the ball. You know
right,
what I mean?
yeah,
But at the end of the day, that's just who they are. They'll eventually figure it out, get the right personnel in there to
hmm,
where they can execute that game plan. I just don't think they've been close, but they haven't made that leap yet.
yeah,
So,
hmm,
but
yeah,
they're always going to be competitive. I mean, they were in the playoff last year.
yeah.
They're going to be in the playoff, I think, again this year.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Unless they have, uh, you know, God forbid, an injury to their quarterback or something to that magnitude, I think they make the playoff again.
Yeah, quarterback Aguilar, he looked really good. Like, if
It's
he keeps
just
putting
that,
up big numbers like that, he'll probably be a Heisman candidate. But I think
yeah,
they got
but
to win more games though.
I haven't seen anybody truly emerge for that Heisman yet, in my opinion.
Okay.
Have you? Have you?
Uh, not really. not
Yeah,
really.
I
Yeah,
think now that we're going into week 3, 4, and 5, we're going to start seeing a little bit more separation.
yeah.
But all of the ones who are the favorites, they're looking like bust. They're looking like they shouldn't even have been in consideration at all.
If I
You know,
yeah, if I had to throw in some names, I probably would say maybe uh Jeremiah Smith, the Ohio State receiver.
hmm
Um, maybe maybe Nussmeier, the LSU quarterback. He looks like he's pretty sharp to me, but
they're going to keep him in the hunt. He's
gonna
definitely
keep
going
it
to
on.
get the yeah.
Yeah.
He's definitely going to get an invite.
Mhm.
Especially since the Arch Manning hasn't played out to how they predicted.
Yeah.
Nussmeier is definitely going to be the next heir apparent to be probably the number one favorite draft pick.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if he's there yet, but
Yeah.
I really just don't feel like this is a quality quarterback draft like everybody wanted to hype it up to be. I feel
Mhm.
like last year's was better.
Okay. What about what about my boy Reed? Do you think he
Reed,
can, if he keeps playing like this, like, if they keep winning?
he's got to
Yeah.
win the games that matter, and he's got
Yeah.
to play great. He can fool around and be the A&M's next Johnny Manziel. You know,
Yeah.
he's got that type of skill to do it. He's a
Mhm.
gamer for sure.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I think him getting noticed is all about how successful A&M is. If they, as long as they don't
Mhm.
lose to teams that they're supposed to beat, and they can beat
Yeah.
the teams that they weren't supposed to beat, like they did with Notre
Mhm.
Dame, I
Right.
think he's got a shot.
Yeah. I hope they keep that momentum, man, and just keep on rolling. But man, because they got Auburn next,
hmm
and that's a perfect segue. So we're gonna talk about A&M versus Notre Dame. Uh, I know you guys were giving me a hard time because I was just so I was just thinking
Pick your
about the
team, Juice.
I was
Pick
just
your
thinking about
team.
the matchup, how they looked a year ago, and I was just kind of worried about, what I'm saying, their run defense, and they did it, man. They did it. They kept fighting, and I think the difference in this game was the explosive plays from
Yeah,
the receivers.
yeah.
Made a difference. What do you
No,
think?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah,
Y'all got playmakers. Trust your playmakers. Get them the ball. Let them make some things happen.
right.
Um, and y'all have good team chemistry from what I'm
Mm-hmm,
seeing so far.
mm-hmm,
In comparison to last year,
mm-hmm.
uh, morale seems to be higher on the sidelines and body language, all of that stuff. They're looking like they're trending in the right direction. I mean, it's looking like Elko is the guy for the job.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but I'm liking what I'm seeing. They just got to turn it up. They make plays when it count. They fight to the end.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they control their own destiny, in my opinion. Right? They've
Yeah.
already went on the road and beat Notre Dame at the time where Notre Dame was number 8. Right?
Uh,
I know they got LSU on the schedule too. Right?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They got
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah, so that's going to be another big game for them. Depending on where Texas is when they play each other, that's going to be a big game. So they got enough big games, remaining on their schedule to
mhm.
definitely move up in the rankings and get Reed some quality attention for a potential Heisman run.
Yeah. So they got Auburn next. At home. They got Mississippi State at home. They got three home games in a row. They got Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, at Arkansas, at LSU, at Missouri,
At
South
Missouri should
Carolina.
be a good game too.
Oh yeah, yeah. Uh, and then I don't even know what that team is. And then they got Texas at the end. Um,
Yeah,
so I can see them, man. If they win these next three, oh my, that'll be real good. So
yeah. If
um,
they win these next three and they can do it convincingly, I mean, you're talking about cracking the because where are they at right now? 14.
I thought they were. So I saw somewhere where they were 10.
Oh, they are 10. Okay, I was thinking they hadn't cracked the top 10 yet, but
Yeah, they're 10
uh
now. Yeah,
they're 10 now. Yeah, so yeah, they could essentially move up with some
yeah,
good, strong, convincing wins. You know what I mean?
yeah. B. Smith says Aggies still got to work on open field tackling.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They do. I
hmm
agree with that. I think they'll fix that over time because Mike Elko, he's a defensive mind, so I see that.
Yeah, and that just comes from drilling it out, film study, things of that nature, showing them how their technique is breaking down
Mhm.
in that position, in that particular player in that moment. So that's something that's easily correctable, I feel. But yeah, it
Right,
will come back and haunt you if you're not putting emphasis on making that tackle. Can't let nobody
right.
behind you.
No, 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 exactly. Yeah. So man, I'm liking what I'm seeing. Um, hopefully, like I said, hopefully they can keep that momentum going, and we'll see what happens, man. But you know, like I said earlier, like I feel like I have this uneasiness because it's happened to me every time. They get some notoriety, then they fall asleep, and then somebody
They
they
let you
shouldn't
down
beat.
every
Yeah.
time.
So
Let
yeah,
you down every time. You
right.
traumatized, Juice. That's
I'm
all it is.
traumatized. Yeah.
You got PTSD from Aggie letdowns, man.
All right, let's transition, man. So
Yes, sir.
transition to the NFL, man. So we had a Super Bowl rematch.
Hmm.
Eagles came to Kansas City. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it, man. Kansas City is they can't beat this team.
The
Um,
Eagles, Kansas City cannot beat
yeah,
the
they
Eagles.
can't
No.
beat the Eagles, man. It's just a bad matchup.
Hmm.
Mahomes is still running for his life. That offensive line is still not right.
Hmm.
Um, and I just feel like they don't fear any. But no, nobody fears him anymore. Like Kelsey's old. He's slow now. I mean, I
Hmm.
know he's never been fast, but he's just not what he was.
Yeah. He's
I don't
Kelsey
know.
Swift now.
What do you see? What's happening with Kansas City?
It happens with all teams, man. They get to a point where they win so much, they hit their cap, they hit their plateau. But keep in mind too, they are down what their top three pass catchers
Yeah.
with Rice Worthy and I forgot the name of the other one that's out. But
Mm-hmm.
he, Mahomes needs weapons to be Mahomes, and he doesn't really have that right now. But
Hmm.
usually the weapons help everything else kind of click, and he's just kind of the magician in the back or the maestro in the back making everything go. Um, I don't think he's that same guy that he used to be as far as being able to carry everything by himself, and especially if he doesn't have the offensive line play to protect him and keep him out of harm's way. You're looking at a long season. Now, I still think I actually didn't pick them to win the division, but I still think they make the playoffs. I still think they make the wild card, just because of who they are, unless some foreseen uh, injury or something takes place, God forbid. But yeah, the league's just caught up with them. They figured them out.
Yeah. He says Eagles are winning by any means necessary. Yeah. I mean, they're doing what they have to do. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they are.
Um, yeah. I mean,
They are because the back end of that defense isn't really as good as it was in years prior. So I think that's something they're going to have to worry about down the stretch. But defensively as a whole, that front seven is still pretty sound, and they play good football in the trenches.
mm,
Right. As long as you're
yeah.
winning in the trenches, you're going to give yourself a chance to win the game.
That guy Jordan Davis is a monster.
Hmm.
Like unblockable. It's ridiculous what Eagles have done on that line, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're gonna be in it. They're gonna be a force to be reckoned with for a while.
My Cowboys could have snuck them though.
Uh, so B Smith says Mohammed
Mahomes.
Gomez has been injury prone, and that O line, yeah, O line, he's week to week. Yeah, they're not giving him no time, man.
Mm-mm.
He's having to take off every time, every snap. It seems so. They got to fix that.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
And I don't know if it's something they can fix in season.
okay, yeah, agree with you.
Yeah.
So yeah, next game we got the Buffalo Bills went in New York to play the Jets.
Total domination.
total domination. Like, I mean, I don't even know why we picked this game, but uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we were
y-
hopeful.
we hope.
Yeah, we were hopeful, but
Yeah,
we saw real quick like ain't nothing happened.
ain't nothing happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
ain't nothing
no, I
happened. I
agree.
mean, the Bills are playing some great football right now. They're clicking with the running game as well too. Cook is cooking,
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah,
and then you got Josh Allen to make it all go on the back end too. They're they're
yeah.
they're nice on defense in that front seven.
Still,
Uh,
still, yeah.
they haven't missed anything. They haven't dropped a beat, and they're looking like a team that is going to make a run to try to be in that Super Bowl this year. They
Mm-hmm.
manhandled the Jets, and I thought the
Mm-hmm.
Jets are actually a decent ball club.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm pro Fields just because I still don't feel like he's gotten the opportunity, but this is his opportunity now,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I want to
Mhm.
see what he does with it. It's unfortunate that he ends with the concussion, and his stats definitely weren't where they needed to be for them to be competitive in this game. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Greasy would say, he was trash. But you know, uh, I don't think that's an indictment on who he is as a quarterback, and I'm excited to see how the Jets
Yeah,
shape up going forward. But
right.
Bills are looking like a machine.
Mm. I
That that
it's not like Justin Fields doesn't have help around him. I mean, Brees Hall, the running back, he's I mean he's really good.
yeah.
Um, the receiver, Garrett, what's his name? Garrett
Wilson.
Wilson. Yeah, I mean he's nice. They've
It-
got
it-
they've he's got stuff around him, but
yeah,
I don't
and
know. I
I
don't
think
know.
what you're looking at right now from them is they're figuring out their identity. They got a new head coach,
Yeah.
new coordinators, all of that stuff. A
Hmm.
first year head coach at that, right?
Yeah.
Justin Fields is now just getting his first real opportunity to start because it was kind of uh, since Chicago because I really don't feel like Pittsburgh gave him his opportunity. It was more like you're a placeholder until Russell Wilson got
Hmm.
back. And
Yeah.
if I'm being honest, I think they probably would have fared better if they would have gave Fields a little bit more of a look. But
Mm.
we'll be able to determine that going forward here. He's going to be out this week, I think.
Yeah.
But ultimately he'll be back in there and we'll see what he do with it from there. But I'm hopeful that he'll turn it around.
Cool. Yeah. B. Smith also says, "LOL, Cowgirls squeaking by the Little Giants with Big Russ."
Hey,
Oh man,
I don't
win's a
care if my
win,
Cowboys
man.
did squeak. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? It's a game they should have lost. If you would have told me Wilson would pass for 450 yards, I would have told you a lie.
Right.
But for the Cowboys to still come out with the dub, I'll take it.
Hey man, a dub is
Yeah.
a dub, man.
Dub is a
However
dub.
you get it, man.
Yeah, you
Say
better hope
say
they
what
don't.
you
Them
want.
Giants don't sneak him.
Right,
They
right. Say
might.
what you want about the Giants. I mean, they're still trying to establish something. I like the rookie quarterback, and I think he's gonna get some more time here coming up.
Yeah, I
Uh,
think so for sure.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
Russell is the guy for the whole season. I think they transition to him. They're just
right.
trying to see if they need to plan for the playoffs or plan for next year.
No,
That's there. So it's probably by about week 7 or 8, depending
mm,
on what their record is. That's when you'll see the shift. If they're
right,
not 500 or better at that time, I think you see the pivot to Dart just to get them some reps and get them ready for the next season.
right.
Um, but if they are, then and everything is working right with Wilson, they might make it one more
Yeah.
push to see if they can make a playoff run.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like their receiving core. Neighbors is a blur. There seems like
Yeah.
nobody can hold him, man. Just
Hmm.
so.
He was
I,
getting loose, boy. I was
I
watching
think
that
you'll get.
game, man. We went up, and I was like,
Yeah.
already, and I turned away. Next thing I know, I see neighbors dancing in the end zone. I'm like,
Uh,
man, it ain't been but a minute and a
your
half that I
your
turned
boys
away.
need to just concentrate on finding some DBs in the draft, huh?
We need to just fire Jerry Jones
So
as GM. That's what happened. That's what needs to happen because you got rid of Michael Parsons, and what happens?
yeah,
Russell
no
Wilson
pass
has a
rush.
career day
Yeah,
on you.
right. Yeah.
A dude that's been a journeyman for the last 5 years passed for nearly 500 yards on your ass. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh. Ain't no telling what how that game would have fared if they still had have Parsons.
Wilson wouldn't have had no 450 something yards passing.
That's true.
And what was it? 4 touchdowns or 5 touchdowns? Four
I
touchdowns.
don't want to say it's four. Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah.
He's 37, man.
Vic-
37 on his fourth team in five
Yeah,
5 years. Four
right.
years.
Yeah, that looked like the Seattle Seahawk version.
For real. For
Man,
real.
yeah.
After he was a champion.
Oh my gosh. All right, so last game we've got Denver Broncos. They went into Indianapolis, faced the Colts. The Colts, man. What do you make? What do you make of them? Like, I feel like this was a surprise because I mean the way that Anthony Richardson looked when he was in there. I mean, he made them just look like a team that was near the bottom. But then Daniel Jones, he's been in the league. I think Doc said his seventh year, and
I
that
think something like that, yeah.
he's supposed to look. I mean, he's supposed to be better than Richardson, but still, I didn't see this from them from the Colts. Like they look like a. I mean, they're playing hot ball right now.
Well, let's kill the elephant in the room first and foremost.
Okay.
Daniel Jones wasn't a horrible quarterback,
Okay.
right? He was serviceable to starter, right? He came
Yeah.
in as kind of a game manager, but he could actually make plays. I mean, he got the Giants to the playoffs and won a playoff game.
Yeah.
So he can play the position. I
Okay.
think the issue that people put up against Daniel Jones is they paid him over Saquon Barkley, right?
Mm, yeah.
And at the time, Saquon Barkley was a fan favorite, right? And
Hmm.
then for them to turn around and give Daniel Jones all that money, and then him to lose Saquon Barkley that next season,
Okay.
put a lot of pressure on him to be the guy. And I think he ended up getting injured. They had to go with a couple of different players. So he was still in position to. He strikes me as one of those quarterbacks that could be a solid career starter,
Hmm.
but maybe not your Hall of Fame quarterback. Like he can go to a team, give you 2, 3, 4 good years, right?
Hmm.
Win some games, make it to the playoffs, stuff like that, and then he's going to be on to the next team. But he can
Okay.
definitely play the position. So I feel
Um,
like he's found the home in the Colts, though.
yeah.
I think he fits exactly what they're trying to do. He's mobile enough in the pocket. They got
Mhm.
nice pieces around him. He can make all the throws.
Yeah.
Uh, and the AFC South is wide open, right? So
Yeah. Yeah.
so the Colts can definitely make a run. I mean, who's their stiffest competition that they got to worry about is going to be Houston. I don't think
Okay.
Jacksonville's ready to make that true leap. I think they're going to take a step back before they take a step forward.
Right.
And that brings up a whole nother conversation on whether or not is Trevor Lawrence still the guy there. But at the end of the day, I think you have to ask a question like that if Daniel Jones can come in and go to the Colts and make the Colts a number one team in that conference right out the gate.
Okay. I'm thinking about quarterbacks from in recent memory that they weren't all pros. They weren't. Yeah, they didn't make Pro Bowls. They didn't win Super Bowls, but um, or lead teams to Super Bowls. Um, you remember Matt Castle?
Yeah,
Yeah, like he was a guy that I mean, he wasn't great by any means, but he kept the ship from sinking,
yeah, yeah.
and
He
being
went he went
behind
11-5 filling in for Brady,
yeah, I was just gonna say, and being behind
and they
Brady,
didn't make
like
the playoffs that year.
right,
That's
right.
crazy.
But yeah, because I'm looking at Daniel Jones's numbers. I mean, I don't remember numbers like this when he was with New York. I mean, 23 of 34, 316, uh, a 78 QBR. Like he wasn't doing that in New York, and I think you're right. He's in the right system with the Colts, and also it helps to have a running back in Taylor who can
Hmm.
what I'm saying, take it the
And a
distance.
receiver in Pittman.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You
And
know,
right.
and I think that's the difference. He's plugged into a ready-made offense
Okay.
with the experience of being a starter and what to expect out the NFL. I think
Okay.
that's the difference in what we see in this version of Daniel Jones
Yeah.
versus what we saw in New York.
Okay.
I think to be moved on from is a very humbling experience, and it's going to leave you with that chip on your shoulder to try to show who you really are. And
Right.
he's found the right situation to be in to do that.
Okay.
He's
Okay.
only 2 games in, but like I
Yeah.
say, he's in a winnable division,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
He's got all the pieces that he needs. He's got a good defense around him too, and they believe in him. They gave him the nod. So see what he
Hmm.
does with it. Now, Denver, on the other hand, is Bo Nix really your guy? We're gonna find out this year, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he's not. He's. What am I trying to say? He hasn't had a lot of I guess snaps in the pros. Like I mean, he's an old. I feel like he's an old rookie. Like what was it? What this is second year,
Well,
right?
this is the
Third year,
second
or
year,
something like
yeah.
that.
The second year.
Yeah, and it
But
seems
he's
like
like
he's been in the league for
26,
a long
27.
time. Yeah, so he's played a lot of football in general, but
Yeah.
I feel like he's still learning. And Sean Payton, he's gonna like they're gonna butt heads because Sean Payton's gonna want the best out of him.
Right.
Um, I mean, I think they'll be okay. Um, I see him. I see him improving as the years go as his career goes by.
hmm
I don't see him not being a good quarterback. So
I think he's going to be probably like that 5 or 6 year, maybe 7 year starter, right?
okay, yeah,
Something like that. Put
hmm
up great numbers, but at the end of the day, he's probably not your. He's not challenging John Elway for the best QB in
ah
franchise history
nah,
or
man,
Peyton Manning. You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
He's
yeah.
more along the lines of that Jake Plummer realm.
Oh yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah. Mm,
that's what I see as far as his trajectory, in my opinion.
okay,
He's still in the right situation. I feel I don't think he'd be getting this opportunity on really maybe but a handful of other teams out there.
okay,
Um, Sean Payton is a solid coach. He's done well
yeah,
with Denver since he's been there, and he's moved on from Russ. And seems like making that he made the right move and moving on from Russ.
mm,
Because I think Bo Nix is his guy for now. I just don't know if he's gonna be the guy that gets them over the hump. I don't know if he's the Super Bowl winning Bo
okay,
Nix. Right?
okay,
I think they
yeah.
challenge the Chiefs for second in the division because I picked the Chargers to win the division.
Oh,
Um,
okay, okay,
uh, but it's going to be a toss up between them and the Chiefs for who's number two.
okay. Yeah, man. Shout out to my uncle, David Barnett. Man, he chimed in. He says, "Juice." Appreciate you chiming in, my uncle, Uncle
Yes, sir.
David.
Appreciate you. Aunt.
Yeah. Let's see. B Smith says Case Keenum.
Yeah, he's that
Okay.
Case Keenum
Case
type. Yeah,
Keenum. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like that.
yeah. I
Okay.
like Case
Okay.
Keenum though. I mean, Case Keenum, journeyman quarterback. I think he's been in the league 14, 15 years, and he's won some games. Made took some teams to the playoffs. But
Yeah.
you can make a successful career out of being a Case Keenum. We
Mm,
get into this uh debate all the time, like saying that he's not that dude or this, that, or the other, but we forget that every team needs a quarterback, right? So if you're not
yeah.
that number one guy, doesn't necessarily mean you got to be that Hall of Fame guy. And the way we talk sometimes we don't appreciate those
Mm,
fillers. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Because those
Yeah. Yeah.
fillers still give you great football.
Right.
You
Right.
know, like
Exactly.
for example, Baker Mayfield is a filler, right?
I feel
In
it.
my
Okay.
opinion,
Okay.
he's not that Hall of Fame quarterback, even though his career is still very very early in its trajectory.
Hmm.
But he doesn't give you that Hall of Fame vibe. But he's that filler that you can appreciate on the field.
I'm trying to think of some other quarterbacks that were fillers. I'm thinking. You remember Jake Delhomme
Yep, Jake Delhomme was a filler.
Carolina? They went to
hmm
went to a Super Bowl.
hmm
Uh, who else? Who else? Drew Bledsoe.
Yeah,
Would you say
Drew,
would you give
Drew
him
was,
more than more than a filler?
uh,
Because
he
I
was
think he made some Pro
only
Bowls, didn't he?
he
Yeah.
made some Pro Bowls. I think I don't think he hit his trajectory that everybody thought he was going to be,
Mm,
but
yeah.
I think he's a little bit more than a filler. I think once he
Okay.
made the transition to Dallas, that's when he kind of became the filler.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he had that trajectory of being that guy, that Hall of Fame
Mhm.
quarterback until Brady essentially eclipsed him.
Okay.
You know,
Your boy Romo filler.
Romo's a filler.
Yeah.
Romo's a filler.
Romo's a
I mean,
filler. Okay.
he's one of those guys that ranks high in all the categories in the organization, right?
Okay.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
he's still essentially a filler.
Okay. B Smith says you definitely need a QB1 or decent backup just in case. Okay.
100%.
McCoy. Okay.
McCoy's a filler.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, McCoy's a
Okay.
filler.
Okay. Uh, yeah, man. This is interesting. That's an interesting term, filler.
Yeah,
like how you put that. So
yeah.
not a
So
star, but good enough to you can
you're
win
gonna
games
win some
with.
games. You can win some playoff
Yeah.
games. Maybe even make a Super Bowl run with a
Hmm.
filler. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
they're not necessarily a Hall of Fame trajectory. To
Mhm.
me, Jared Goff is a filler.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah.
You see what
Well.
I'm saying?
Uh.
So,
Yeah.
um, yeah, that even though he was the number one overall pick, right?
Yeah.
But he's still his career, the way it's shaped out, I would consider him more of a filler.
Miss Matt Stafford at his career now, or was he? Would
I
you say he was a star in when he came in the league? Or
I think him going to LA and winning
yeah.
takes him out of that filler
I
category.
feel okay.
But if he would have stayed in Detroit and that's just who he was,
Yeah.
he was more in the filler because he could have played as long as he wanted to in Detroit,
Right.
right? He
Yeah.
was already at like 10 years when he was there, right?
Mhm.
Derek Carr, a filler.
Okay, yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what
I
I'm
can see
saying?
that. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Jimmy
J
Garoppolo filler. You
uh,
know, so
okay.
the funny thing about that filler is that you have some really really good play and you also have some really really bad play, but they've
Mm,
won you games,
yeah.
through and through, and they've won you big games along the way, right?
Sam Darnold, or is that still
Sam Darnold's a
still be
filler
the
to
20?
me.
Okay, yeah.
Sam
Okay.
Darnold, I mean, he was 14 and
Yeah.
2 in Minnesota.
Right,
I
yeah.
mean, I guarantee Minnesota wish they had him right now.
Yeah, for real.
You know, you know,
Man, JJ McCarthy, man.
yeah. It's like, come on,
Oh my
man.
gosh. He's making Doc look, man, like I mean, I know Doc knows his football, man, but like Doc has been on him from day one. Like he ain't the dude. And
Yeah,
I'm like, give the guy a chance. Like he's coming off injury, give him a chance. But now
but
I'm seeing what Doc is seeing, and he's not it, man.
right.
He's definitely not a filler. I can tell you that.
McCarthy is that coach's favorite.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? But maybe not necessarily the right guy for the job.
Okay.
You
Okay.
feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he's that guy that the coach is gonna love
Hmm.
and he's gonna go with, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna clear out everybody else to give him his shot,
Right.
and he's gonna get let down, and that's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
That's what's happening.
Uh.
He's getting let down right now. You
Uh.
know.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and that's not to say that he might not, he may turn the corner. He's with an organization that believes in him.
Right.
And that's the main thing that you need to have is an organization that believes in you in order for you to be successful. So,
Right.
but the debate about him being trash is basically from the comparison of the Trey Lance and him
Mhm.
not having 5 games. That's what you get. Show me what you got in those 5 games.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he's already out after 2.
Oh my gosh. I and 5 games, that's why can't we do like a season? Why does it gotta be 5? Like who came up with the
The
5? That's what I don't
the
understand.
5 is because that's how many games Trey Lance had as a starter.
Oh.
That's where the 5 games comes from.
Oh, okay.
5
Alright,
games is
that
not
makes
enough
sense.
to evaluate anybody, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Yeah. Okay.
because it could have been the script of how you call the game that didn't go right. It could have been multiple factors. It could have been injuries. It could have been anything,
Hmm.
right? So 5 games is not enough to say a person is not that guy, unless they made some catastrophic mistakes, kind of
Yeah.
like McCarthy.
Right.
But we gonna wait and see how it all shapes up. See if he
Okay.
comes back in 2 to 4 weeks and what kind of player
Yeah.
he is then.
Okay. I'm thinking about
He,
filler. I'm thinking about fillers again. Would Tua be a filler?
Tua's looking kind of Tua's looking like he might be bust worthy the way it's
Oh no.
going right now. He
Yeah,
had filler
man.
potential. He had filler
Okay, fill
potential.
potential. Okay.
But
Yeah.
but but here's my prediction is that uh, McDaniel's gonna get fired in Miami,
Okay. Yeah.
and I think he's gonna go to Houston and be the OC.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that would, I think that would jumpstart Houston.
Hmm.
I think they'll start to take off after that.
Yeah,
I can see that. Yeah.
that's
Man.
my prediction. Because
Okay.
Houston, I'm curious to see how they shape up. Not that they were
Uh,
on subject for tonight, but while we're on it,
yeah.
um, they're down there. There's all their star receivers right now. So once
Mm,
once Stroud gets his weapons back and they secure that offensive line, they need to make moves to secure that offensive line because
mhm.
CJ Stroud is getting hit entirely too much.
Too much.
Right.
Yeah. I
You
got
can't. You can't. You can't. He's too good of a quarterback to have him that unprotected.
you.
Right.
Right.
Um, so, and he's not somebody that you want out there making plays with his legs. Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
He can do it, but that's not his strong suit. So
Okay.
I think that would be the move, man. If McDaniel became available, I would definitely bring him in because he knows how to run an offense. He knows how to score points. I just don't think Tua is that guy, and he hung his future on Tua versus
Mm,
making a move to get somebody else.
okay. Well, we shall see, man. I mean,
Yeah,
they had a nice little thing going for the last, I guess, since Tyreek Hill had been there,
yeah,
and I think once we saw that they couldn't win games when it's 40 or below, like in Buffalo,
yeah.
and now we see how the offense is looking. Like they're not clicking on all cylinders like they were before.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, it might be time to, you
They
know,
need to shake up.
yeah, might need
They
to
need to shake up.
start over on that one, man. But
Yeah.
we shall see, man.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man. This was another great show, another great weekend of games. Big E, I appreciate you coming in, man.
Yeah, no doubt, no
Joining me.
doubt.
Shout out to Doc, Greasy. What happened to Greasy, man?
Ain't no telling, man. You know how greasy is. That boy
Yeah,
be busy
be
on
busy.
assignment.
Yeah, man. So this is Just North Sports Show. You catch us Wednesday nights. It was Tuesday nights for Week One, but we're gonna switch to Wednesday nights, and then Saturday mornings to do the preview show,
Yes,
weekends
sir.
games. Check us on Facebook, YouTube. This is your boy Juice.
Yes,
Till,
sir.
till next time, y'all have a good one.
Peace.